Well, the first thing Brad said, if I'm going to make this movie, I have to drive. I don't want to do blue screen. That doesn't interest me. And the same thing with Joe.
Jerry, hello from Dublin. How are you?
Good. How are you, Thomas?
Do you know what? This movie is my movie of the year so far. It is incredible. Incredible. Well done. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate that.
Watching it on the big screen is just something different, I find. I think people need to see this on the big screen rather than waiting. Do you think as well? Because the noise, the sound, the visuals, it's just so good.
Well, we put you in the driver's seat. You know, you have Brad actually driving those cars. It took him 4 months, along with Damson, to be able to train to drive one of these monsters. They started in a road car, then they went to an F4 car, then an F3, and finally into our car. They're going 180 miles an hour and breaking down at 50. They're hitting 5 Gs in the corners, but it's all on the screen. You want to see it on the biggest screen possible with the greatest sound because you're in the driver's seat. You're actually driving those cars along with Brad and Damson. So it's a real theatrical experience because it's romantic, it's funny, and it's got a great soundtrack.
It's everything about it. I was really strange. Like I'm not a crier, but near the end, I was like, what is on my cheeks? And I was like, there were tears of joy. I haven't had that in a while. So you've honest to God, like you really aced it. What were those early conversations like with Brad about the car? You know?
Well, the first thing Brad said, if I'm going to make this movie, I have to drive. I don't want to do blue screen. That doesn't interest me. And the same thing with Joe. When we pitched it to Apple, that was the prerequisite. If you want to get involved in this movie, it's got to be for real. We got to go to the actual races. We got to sit down with Formula One and get access to their tracks, their drivers, their team principals. We went through a whole process of talking to every team, meeting with every driver, showing them how we're going to shoot the movie. We did a reel on how we did Top Gun and showed them how we're going to put our car in their races. So it took us a year to get everybody comfortable that we're going to be around the tracks for the next 2 years.
Jeez. And there's kind of like a documentary in that itself to see all that, because I presume Formula One has its own sense of madness as well, that you guys were probably going, I never knew that. I didn't know about that. Were you amazed sometimes looking at how they go about their day to day or on race day?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Look, there are 10 teams, 2 drivers each team. But it's the only sport where your teammate is your competitor because each driver wants to be the number one driver and wants to win. So they're competing against each other and the other 18 drivers that are on the track. That is fraught with drama. And that's why we got excited about making this movie.
Look, we're in Ireland and Kerry Condon is just incredible. The one thing that I loved about it was her accent. It wasn't changed. It was her. Was there a reason for that? Because it really drew me and everyone else who was in that cinema that day. We all connected to it even more for some reason.
Well, it's an international sport. Brad's the only American in the movie. So we wanted to be true to the sport itself. You don't find very many Americans, or we wanted to make sure every actor was true to their native language.
That's really cool. That's brilliant. Is she a bit of crack? I kind of feel like she's the person that is a bit mischievous or will be a bit of a giggler from time to time.
She's so much fun to be around. She's got a great sense of humor. She's a brilliant actress. She pulls stuff off in this movie. I have to tip my hat to her, how great she is. But what's really great about her, how much fun she is to be around and to make a movie with her. There's no drama. She's ready to go all the time.
Which one can you say was your favorite of all the Formula One tracks you went to?
I think Silverstone, because I think that's the home. I think it's the first race they ever had was there. Most of the factories are around Silverstone. Plus, it's 140,000 people, another 100 million people watching it on television. It's an exciting place to be because you see all the people who are camping out for the weekend. It's pretty extraordinary.
Is it exciting for you when you've got the live action around you that's not part of the movie but adds to it? My friend sent me a picture of Sunny Hayes over a year ago. She was at when you were filming it and she sent it back to us into our WhatsApp group when I said I was interviewing you today. So she was there for it, but then became part of the movie.
I think that's the fun of it. What's interesting is that Brad and Damson were driving in front of 140,000 people. They didn't know they were in the cars. and 100 million people on television. That is pretty daunting for them to do that, not make a mistake. So it's pretty nerve-wracking, but they pulled it off at every track.
Incredible. Jerry, thanks so much for your time. Movie of the year so far. It's incredible. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.